Hello and welcome back to another Solidworks tutorial. This is Grant here from TMS CAD Centre, and this in front of us is quite an interesting one. A little bit off the cuff. It just so happened to be that I was helping a customer create a slide for the assembly we have in front of us here, and I thought I'd share it with you with their permission. So we've got our assembly, we need to add a slide in. And what makes this interesting is that this particular SolidWorks customer who's used SolidWorks before didn't realise that they could have been using the sheet metal function in SolidWorks to create this slide. They thought that was maybe an additional product that they would have to buy and add into SolidWorks. But the great news here is, doesn't matter if you're using standard, pro or premium, you're going to have sheet metal. So let me show you a little bit about it and some of the benefits that you're going to get designing a sheet metal part over just a traditional SolidWorks part. Now, if you've used SolidWorks before, you're going to be familiar with what we're doing here. So we can just go ahead and start creating a sketch, which is going to mark out the profile of this slide that we're making. Okay, so now that we've got our sketch in place, let's go ahead and add a couple dimensions in. So this is going to be 3300, these edges are going to be 175, and top tip here, make sure you place your dimensions kind of carefully. We don't need to be too careful about it, but by getting them roughly into the correct place, it does mean if we go on and create a drawing using this model, the dimensions are going to come in and they're going to place themselves not too badly on the sheet. Basically, by taking a little bit of care and getting them placed now, it's going to save us time later on. Alright, so now that our sketch is complete, let's turn our attention to creating the 3D aspect for this design. So where we would normally go now is into our features tab, and we'd do an extrusion, or if it was going to be a revolve, we'd do a revolve. But in our case here, we're going for the sheet metal tab, and actually this base flange tab tool is really similar to the extrude tool. We still put our value in, so 900 in this case. Then we've got the option of either using a gauge table or just putting in a set value for the thickness of our sheet metal. There's other areas that you can specify as well, such as your K factor. In our case, we're keeping it simple. Let's hit OK on that. And there we go, we've got our basic sheet metal part now. So the next thing I'd like to do is add in some edge flanges. If you imagine a slide, you've almost always got some edges folded up here, so let's do exactly that. I just need to choose the edge, set the height at which I want it to be. In our case, around about 100 mil is fine. We can set it more accurately if we want, of course. And I'm going to choose both sides here, and we'll also choose this bottom area because that will eventually be used to add some fixings to. When I hit OK, there you have it, as simple as that. We've got our basic slide form. And a lot of people ask, so what is the big benefit? Because we could have just done this using the more traditional features in SolidWorks. Well, the big benefit here is because we've designed this as sheet metal, we can flatten this design out, and as you can see, actually get the flat form of it. Now, where this becomes really handy is, as I say, if we were to make a drawing of this part. Because in the drawing environment, of course, we can add in the likes of our standard 3 views, we can add sizes to them and so on. That was what I meant when I added in the dimensions, by the way. If we've been careful about how we place them, they tend to come into the drawing a little bit better. That being said, we can still go ahead and select the likes of our auto-arrange dimensions, just get them in place a little bit neater. But here's the real trick. If we've used sheet metal, we can also bring across our flat pattern, and it automatically brings in the bend notes. So it's saving us time, it's saving us having to add additional notes onto the drawing, and this can go right off to the manufacturers without any additional work. Now, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you do use SolidWorks and you enjoy the odd tutorial, please do consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button if you've got value from this video, and we'll see you next time.